A woman was shot by Spokane County Sheriff's deputies after a standoff with the SWAT team. Happened just before 6 this morning at the Motel 6 off Argonne Road in Spokane Valley. And KXLY4's Ian Cull live in the newsroom with more. Ian?
And Nadine, this just began just after midnight with the report of a stolen vehicle in the Motel 6 parking lot. Deputies connected it to a room on the first floor of the motel. They attempted to contact the man and woman inside. And it very soon became clear these suspects had no intentions of cooperating. It didn't take deputies long to learn about the couple's criminal history. They're identified as 32-year-old Eric Cull and 37-year-old Bonnie Ulrich.
They did have felony warrants for their arrest, as well as were suspected of being armed.
The SWAT team and hostage negotiator were quickly called in. Guests at the hotel woken up by deputies trying to make contact with the two suspects over a loudspeaker.
We heard the police yelling something about, "Put your hands up." I looked out the window. They said, "Everybody get back in your rooms and don't look out the window." And then I went back to sleep, and I don't know how long I was asleep, and then the phone rang, and it was the office.
Those guests were moved to the second floor of the motel while negotiations continued. Around 6 a.m., attempts to end the situation peacefully failed.
Unfortunately, after almost 3.5 hours of continued dialogue with those individuals, SWAT team did engage the female suspect who was armed with a pistol. She was shot one time.
Paramedics staged at the scene immediately started treating Ulrich. She's been taken to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle with a gunshot wound to her hand and is expected to survive. Deputies immediately arrested Eric Cull for his outstanding felony warrants. Guests at the Motel 6 understandably shaken up.
Uncomfortable. I asked the office if this happens on a regular basis, and they said no, and I said good.
As in all officer-involved shootings, the Spokane Investigative Regional Response Team is now in charge of this case. That team is made up of State Patrol troopers, sheriff deputies, and officers from the city of Spokane and Airway Heights. Ian Cull, KXLY4 News.